A lot of movements have died because of political infiltration, because politicians know the game. There is fire on the mountain. There is fire on the mountain. March and march versus go back to your country. Jacinta Zuma versus Phakel Umthakathi.
Oh, shut up and listen to what I'm saying, because you don't know why I'm here. Okay.
Hey, interesting things ahead though. Take a deep breath. Sit calmly, let me gist you. You all know the meeting between Phakel Umthakathi, his team, and President of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, before the 30 June march against illegal immigration in South Africa, which generated a lot of conversation. And everyone was wondering why Jacinta was not part of that meeting, including me. I was also shocked. I was wondering why the Queen herself was not part of the meeting. Now, let's get into it. But before that, let's first hear what Phakel's reason is, why he didn't invite Jacinta to that particular meeting between him and the president. Let's listen.
The meeting was only 10 minutes. He asked questions, I answered him. He asked me if I can postpone, I said no. And then he said, please keep it peaceful and people must carry on with their constitutional right. I did not call Jacinta, one, because I went to that meeting as Insizwa, I don't report to much and much. Secondly, it was very late.
And it was just a 10-minute meeting, okay, which the president wanted him to postpone the match, okay, but he said no. And so the president urged him to try as much as possible to have a peaceful match and all that, to avoid violence and all that. So in short, the meeting between him and the president wasn't a pre-planned meeting. So he earlier got a call from the president to meet the president personally, but he tried to decline, but later accepted the invitation to personally meet the president, which does not include Jacinta and all that. And of course, the next day, he was going to meet Jacinta. So whatever that inspired between him and the president, he was going to brief Jacinta whatever happens. Okay, so here is the problem now. Jacinta already said it during the match that she doesn't know anything about the meeting.
Have you been part of any of those conversations? Have you met with the president?
No.
Were you aware of that meeting? And are you aware perhaps of what came out there? Of course, you do share the same sentiment. So have you engaged with March and March associates about that meeting?
So, but definitely, she knows very well that they are all fighting the same fight. Okay, they march on the street. They are all marching on the street together, fighting the same fight, crying the same cry. Since they all have the same sentiment, they are fighting the same fight. She expects Phakel to brief her or the public whatever that went through between him and the president, or whatever discussion that they had with the president, with President Cyril Ramaphosa. So the public or the march and march or the people of South Africa who were on the street marching, they deserve to know what discussion they had there with the president, because they are all crying the same cry. In fact, after the 30 June, Phakel had a press conference and he explained everything, including everything surrounding why he didn't invite Jacinta and all that. But the March and March supporters said, hey, no. We are not kids like that. Oh. Just tell us what went on between you and the president. What did you guys discuss regarding our fight? Or maybe some food was cooked there and you guys want to chop without giving us some, you see? So when you go to the social media right now, it's fire. Phakel Umthakathi's camp, his supporters are defending him. On the other side, Jacinta Zuma's camp, the March and March supporters are also defending her. So, and you know, all these things started from this post. This post I'm about to read to you. This Facebook post or comment, allegedly by Phakel replying to Jacinta's post or something like that, you see, and this whole social media was on fire. From Phakel Umthakathi, okay, he said, I have never replied to you or any of your comments negatively in public. Please remember that. I am also capable of doing that, but I don't because I am not in competition with you in any way. I love and respect you as a sister. Then from the Queen, but he shared it. Why would anyone share into NJ if not to support it? Hit. And then there was fire on the social media. Fire. everyone from the camp of Phakel Umthakathi and Jacinta Zuma, pam, pam, pam. Whether it is AI or fake news or whatever post or whatever, people have taken it and they are debating on it. Let's listen to some of the voices from the social media.
She has a problem with that. Why does she have to put it out there in public? Why can't you message Phakel Umthakathi and speak to him? Why? Why does everything have to be social now? Why does everything have to involve your social media now? Like, you're such an attention seeker. Like, it's so visible. She's such an attention seeker. I need to when you said Phakel Umthakathi's group and your group in Match and Match is not the same. So if Phakel Umthakathi decided to go and meet the president by himself or with Ngizwe, then he doesn't need to consult you, Jacinta, and tell you, because when Jacinta, you have your own group, Match and Match. Organize your own thingy. Organize your own meeting with the president. Why are you so bothered with Phakel Umthakathi going to meet the president? Do you think they received kitchen, some money, and they didn't give you some? Don't worry. Organize your own group, your own meeting with the president. Maybe you'll get some of the money that you're crying about. Hey, hi man. Unestina sis. Unestina shem. I support Phakel Umthakathi, this one.
Even after Phakel Umthakathi was busy trying to do damage control on what he did with Ngizwe Mkhunu to go and meet the president in the absence of Jacinta. Jacinta, it's not backing off. As I said, guys, even when we're marching, the ultimate goal, it was to meet the president and send their memorandum of demands or have a sitting with the president. You understand? When you go and meet the president without the founder of Match and Match, it becomes a problem. Jacinta is angry. On social media, who's also posted it because people have been asking who's also, hey my man, you're always shooting. Can you please show us what was discussed there with the president? Who's also inkulumo that we have with the president. Uyabuza-ke Jacinta. Uthi kanti nina no president discussa yiphi match ngoba mina as soon as I know nithe nina anayi match ngeyi-30 June. Yasuka-ke inkinga. You understand? This is something that I asked. Ukuthi uPhakel Umthakathi issued the date at ngeyi-30. Jiki yena ngeyi-30 akasana match. No Jacinta that time bekathi ngeyi-30 akana match imatch no Phakel. But uPhakel moved everything on the 29th to Jacinta Zuma so that if any tragedies happen, Jacinta Zuma was held to be held responsible or accountable alone. Jacinta is asking what he the match been discussing no president in our absence. Someone will come and say, no, but you don't know what was discussed on the meeting. Phakel Umthakathi on the 30th of June, he said the president now knows that what I promised I have fulfilled. Then which means the promises was about the 30th of June. Ziyakhala bafethu. Azilwe. There is nothing. There is no unity.
So right now, Jacinta Zuma is worried, but she's encouraging her supporters not to back up because she saw this before. She saw movements came and died because of political affiliations and all those things, their political interests and all those things. When I saw those information on social media, I said maybe this is like AI or something like that. Until I visited this page, which I don't know if that is the official Facebook page for Jacinta Zuma. And the name is Jacinta Zinle Ma Ngobise Zuma. So this is where she shared most of the information regarding the Match and Match on Facebook and all that. And she posted, a lot of movements have died because of political infiltration, because politicians know the game. A lot of them even changed to become political parties because they want influence in parliament after claiming they won't align with political parties that are ones that have influence in parliament. Don't allow us to fall for the same trap. We have the whole world watching, waiting for us to fail. Please, guys, let us not break this unity we have worked so hard to build. Even if 100 people turn against us, we must stand tall, proud and united. We are not doing this for ourselves, but for our country and its future. South African communities have not been united like this for a common cause. Since the new democracy, we cannot afford to lose, or we will never come to this far ever again. Please, please. So if all this that is going on, if it is true, I have said it already that some people are doing this for some political gains and all that. So there is a kind of a sign of betrayal here.
Hey, I'm Ducatella. I want to marshal. Hey, you mash South Africa. Okay.
Hey, interesting things ahead though. If you ask my personal opinion here, I will say that people with the same sentiment or people fighting the same fight share the same information. So if there is anything that went on between Phakel and the president, it's not a big deal to share it with Jacinta or whoever is involved. You understand? So what do you think? What are your thoughts? Drop in the comments below. Let's discuss respectively. And please don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more updates. I'm out.